Hello guys, this is Avcoor, and I want to talk about the banner real quick. A lot of people have been gassing up this banner. I don't think they should. What do I think that? Well, first of all, let's look at the costumes real quick. I want to say that for me, it's a definite skip, but for you, maybe not. This is a very, very aesthetically pleasing costume to me, and both of them are because I hate Zidane. So I like this costume for Cloud. I despise Zidane. I played the game. I like Freya. I like Vivi. I like Steiner. I like Queena, Amaranth. Didn't like Dagger so much. Steiner was my hero. But anyway, the costume's great. But let's look at the weapon real quick. So, Zidane Sword is at, at 1 star invested. Which you hit level 90, just getting the weapon. You're getting 24 on the P attack and 9 on the physical ability boost. That's actually really good. For you to get 650 physical non-elemental damage is really good. So the first thing I will say, it's not a bad one-off summon. It really isn't. I will never tell you that it's a. I won't say that. It's a good one-off summon. But you have to get the costume with this in order for it to actually be valid. So keep that in mind. Free energy is a great attack, like I said. As a one-off, it's really good. But at its maximum potency, that's when you really get the bang for your buck. But the problem is, who can really go that far with, unless you're a mega whale? I don't see how you can do that because this is a limited banner. We're not going to get this again. It's just not going to be in the regular pool. And that's one of the problems with this banner. It's not going to be in the regular pool. Unless it comes around again, you're never going to see it again. And I don't have a problem with that. Unless they change the content or something, I don't have a problem with that. The support material is actually really solid. Sigil boost triangle, really solid. And 2 physical attack boosts, really solid. Overall, real solid weapon. The problem is you just don't have enough time and resources in order to get it to the point where it will replace your other weapons that you invested into. The costume is where it's at, though. If you're going to roll for anything, I think it's the costumes that these both have because they're really good. Boost HP is awesome on a costume. I wish every costume came with boost HP plus 10. Higher if you can get it. Boost physical ability potency is really good too. Because what it basically says is once you max out your bar on your attack stance, you get physical ability damage plus 5%. So if you use a skill, you get a 5% multiplier on that. At 1, you get a 15% multiplier at level 2, so on and so on. So you get 10 points, right? Just from the costume. And that makes you eligible for the level 2. So you hit the level 2 bit. So if you hit level 90 with this weapon and you get boost of physical ability potency, you're actually hitting the level 3 bin, which is really good. That's why I say it's a one-off weapon that's really solid, but you need the costume. You need to go all 12 stamps in order to get that. So keep that in mind. If you're a hardcore cloud player, you kind of want this. Even I do. I just want to see what they do with Sephiroth and Aerith, and then I'll decide which set of costumes I want to roll on. But I'm gonna wait. But this is a good costume. It's doing everything he wants it to do. So let's talk about Tifa. I think Tifa is the prize of this for a couple of reasons. This costume is like boss. It's everything I could ever want. I like Amaranth. He's like one of my favorite characters, the silent bounty hunter guy, but this costume is where it's at. But let's look at other things. So Emerald's Claws is like really serious. First off, you're getting boost HP, which is great. This is great. And as a sub weapon, which it should be, you'll actually get 12 points, which will actually put you in the close to the 3 bin. And if you get her costume, that's wow, that's great. So the weapon itself is No Mercy. You deal 360 physical non-elemental damage, and you have crit rate, which is great, and also your physical attack is increased potency mid. This is at the lowest investment. At the lowest investment, it does that. So you attack, and you get 2 stacks of attack on your character. That's where it's at. That's really good. Uninvested. I'm not talking about OV10 or OV6. Uninvested. That is incredible. That's why I do argue against myself that they are good one-off weapons. So at OV6, you're getting 630 physical non-elemental damage. Is crit rate still 10%, but your physical attack is increased potency high. That's stupid. The modifier for this weapon is really stupid. It's stupid good. It's really stupid good. It's just that everybody isn't rich and they don't have enough money to well in the time frame that it takes in order to get this to OV10, which is where you really want it. But as a one-off weapon, it's solid. I can't even argue. It's solid. I can't. I hate to complain, but this is where I complain at. When you saw Zack's weapon, I think that's where weapons should be at this point. You should have an elemental boost or a status boost, and you should have a sigil break, and this is all physical attack. That's the biggest disappointment. But it is a support weapon, so it's not really that bad. So it's just nitpicking at that point. The costume, seriously, really good. Boost HP, that's what you want. Boost physical ability potency, that's what you want. I mean, you hit here, and with 12 points, you're at 22. You can actually easily get to 45. That's really good. I can't complain about that. She has the best costume, hands down, because every sub weapon from here on out, you want HP on it, no matter where you get it at. So that's super good. So why do I think I can skip it? Because I have a OV10 non-elemental damage weapon with Barret. And I've cleared EX2, EX1, and co-op with immaculate ease. So unless they increase the difficulty of the content, I'm not gonna summon on this. But should you summon? Should you summon? And that's a good question. It depends on where you're at and your account. If you're a mega well, you should most definitely summon because this will only help your account. If you're a beginning player, you should definitely summon because this will help your account. Especially if your Tifa is slot player. But if you're like me in the middle and you're trying to piece together the best team possible, then this may be a skip depending on what you need. If you have a really strong Tifa, then it's a definite must summon. If you have a really good Tifa, this is a definite must summon. Even just to get the weapon. You don't even have to worry about the costume. The weapon is so good that you as a Tifa player would really like to have this. But anyways, if you like my content, the like, share, subscribe button. I'll get back to you. Have a great day. Laters.